I'm Brigham Larson with Brigham Larson Pianos. I have quite a long history of personal experience with this particular piano, not this model, but this exact piano. It was actually at Orem High here locally for, I think, a few decades. When I first started servicing it, it was at the old Orem High that is now demolished. That was probably like 2000, 2002, somewhere in there. I started servicing it, and it was in pretty poor condition. And then in 2008, I believe, they started to take a collection, I guess, or save up. The band and orchestra department started to save up some money, and they kind of piecemealed little by little as they could afford it. I restrung it. I put on new shanks, which have the knuckle and the flange, which are two very, very crucial components for the touch of the piano. And I put on new hammers at the time. That was 2008 and 2009, as they could save up for it. Then in, let's see, I think 2016 or 17, something like that. And I did quite a few other things, but those are the major things that I hit. Then 2016, 17, something like that, they traded in this piano that I was obviously intimately familiar with for a brand new Hailun, and it sat for a couple years until we were able to do some more work, rebuild it, refinish it, redo the keys, that sort of thing. And now it's complete, and it just sounds great. So it's a 1960s originally Knabe, which at the time Knabe was actually a very, very respectable brand. They've since gone out of business, and the name has been sold, and is now what's referred to as a stencil. So this really, frankly, has nothing to do with the current incarnation of Knabe, but this is the real thing. This is a real Knabe built in Baltimore. You could imagine, like let's say if BMW went out of business and everything went kaput in Germany, and the name BMW obviously has real value, and let's say some company in China bought up the name, and they started manufacturing their own cars and just putting the name BMW on it because they now own it, because they purchased it. That's kind of an analogous situation here. So this piano, let's start with cosmetics. Cosmetically, this piano is in pretty close to A+ condition. We've completely refinished it. I would say A+. Be hard pressed to find issues with it cosmetically. The keys, we've completely redone the keys. We've redone the sharps as well. This decal here, that's not the original. That's a duplicate or a replica of what was on there originally, put there in the 60s. And then, of course, the pedals. Those are the original pedals, but we've polished them up, buffed them up to that high polish. The casters, you can see the casters are actually brand new. At Orem High, they had this piano on a rolling truck, so they could move it in and out of the band room and to the stage and that sort of thing. So the casters were long gone. So we put brand new, beautiful brass casters on it. Okay, like I said, all of that work was done by me. All of the rebuilding, the major rebuilding work, like the new hammers and the restringing and the new dampers also. That was 2008, 2009. So here we are 10 years later, and now we have gone through and we've just sort of touched up the work. There frankly wasn't all that much that had to be done, but we spent probably 2 weeks on it, something like that, going through and just taking off any of the wear and tear that occurred in the intervening few years on the hammers, bolstering knuckles a little bit, any repinning that was necessary, of course cleaning it. It wasn't that dirty, but we did clean it nonetheless, and re-regulating. So functionally, this piano is basically perfect. Why don't we get a shot of the? You can see the new strings and the new tuning pins here. You can see the new hammers. I don't know if you can get a shot. If you can see and these are Obel hammers, by the way, which is a German super high-end piano hammer manufacturer. Those are Obel hammers. Okay. Okay, as you can hear, this piano has great range, has some serious power at 6'4", and you can also really take it down, manipulate it, do what you want it to do. Great piano, and as far as endurance, I have no doubt that this piano will endure literally for decades as this beautiful instrument. Come check it out, see what you think. Thanks for watching.